So today we're going to be talking about how to replace a coil on the CAN-SO-4. These are your coils here. So first step we're going to do is we have to remove these hex nuts here. We're going to use our Crescent Wrench to loosen these up to where we can unscrew them with our fingers. What you're going to notice as I'm loosening these up is that there is an O-ring or a gasket on the bottom here. And it is very critical that you do not lose these. And so making sure they are all there. As you can see, one fell off. And so we just want to replace that there. There will be another one on the threaded, and as soon as we pull these out, so we're going to pull from the bottom and slide out. You may have to wiggle a little bit. You'll notice a couple of washers on there. Let's make sure that those are there. And then another separate O-ring or gasket here that sits below the hex cap. Next, what we are going to do is we're going to flip the unit over and we're going to remove the back cover with the 4 screws. Here, you can use a drill to loosen the 4 screws in the back. We've removed the case, and now you can see the board on the inside. Next, there's going to be these 4 screws here. These hold the individual coils in. So whatever coil we are going to be working with to replace, that is the screw we will need to loosen. So today we're going to be working here with 11966 as the code represents there. So on the back, that is going to be this screw. One thing to mention are these dip switches. It is very easily sometimes to knock these and disabrade their orientation. And so the orientation, as it should read, is 1 up and 2 and 3 down. So following replacing the coil, it's always good to verify that those are there. So we're going to take our small screwdriver, and because this is an electrical board, we want to make sure that we don't damage it at all by using an electrical drill, and we're going to remove this screw here. It is loose. I can feel that it's loose here. And now it's as simple as unplugging a cord from the wall. We're just going to unplug by pulling this out. And you will notice that there's a gasket here. Okay, we're going to remove this gasket. Sometimes the gasket may get stuck to the back wall. That's totally fine. We're going to now take our coil. We're going to grab our new one. And we're going to put our gasket back on. As you see there, we're going to do the bottom end down. And all we are going to do is line that up and plug that back in. Once we have that in, we can go back and we can tighten down our screw. Again, I recommend using a hand screwdriver instead of any electrical one because we do not want to damage the board and cause any issues to the system. So once that is tightened, I'm going to verify that all my dip switches are in place. As you can see, 1 up, 2 and 3 down. We are then going to put our cover back on. Here, it is okay to use a drill at the lowest torque setting. And all I'm going to do is get it down to where it's nice and snug. And then I'm going to hand tighten the rest in. The reason why I'm going to hand tighten is because I do not want to crack the enclosure, as these are wash down rated. And I don't want to break that seal to cause further damage in the future. So we're going to get those nice and snug. And we're going to flip our machine back over. Now with the numbers up, we are going to take our housing here. We're going to make sure our washers are back on, all 4. And then with the acorn nuts here, located with the curved side in the front, we're then going to slide back into the bottom of our coils. Now sometimes these aren't exactly parallel, so sometimes it takes a little bit of wiggling to get that in there. But now as you can see, we have those slid up and you can see the threads. Next, we're going to take the smaller gaskets or O-rings and we're going to put these over the threads like so. And then we're going to take our hex caps, make sure that our gasket or O-ring is there, and we're going to finger tighten these down. Once finger tightened, we're going to take our crescent wrench and we're going to snug these up a little bit. Now these do not have to be over tightened, as these are just holding the bottom air chamber to the CAN-SO-4. We obviously don't want them to be too loose to where they vibrate or shake loose, but just enough to make sure that they're snug. We're going to test. Everything's good. And that is how you replace a solenoid on a CAN-SO-4.